Hi, I'm Mrs. Melanin.
And I'm Beleaf Mel.
And we're here with episode...
We kind of lost count.
Yeah. I was just looking.
I think this is 12. Please stand by.
13.
13?
It wasn't 12.
All right, let's start over.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Melanin.
And I'm Beleaf Mel.
And we're here with episode 13 of
How Married Are You?
This is the unlucky episode. Maybe that's why you're having sound issues.
Guys, I'm hurting, guys, but we're good. We're good. Okay, let's start from Chocolate Babies.
I don't really have one. I do have
You don't have one story? It's been like 2 weeks. I got 5 from the day.
I will share, though, how stunned I am. So, we've been schooling. Homeschool started back up 3 weeks. This is our 3rd week of homeschool. And I've been working with both Theo and Uriah. And I just have to say how surprised I am by Uriah. He's doing really well as far as school is concerned. As far as his academics are concerned, he's even doing well with his attention span and just being able to pay attention and engage. It's just so shocking because Uriah is such a lovely kid, but he's also so very, I don't know, sometimes he seems very scatterbrained or
Oblivious
or just all over the place and clumsy and whatever. But when it comes to his academics, he's so much of a perfectionist.
Which I do not expect.
I don't expect it either. And the crazy thing is, I was telling my mom about this and she was like, Yvette, that's how you were. Whenever you would come home with a B or whatever, you'd freak out and be an emotional wreck.
And this is more evidence that Uriah is your son.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I was a clumsy kid. I don't know if I was as scatterbrained or whatever as he is, but I was definitely, there are some personality traits with him that are consistent with who I was and possibly still am. But it's just so stunning to see how, I don't know if stunning is the right word, but it's so shocking to see how much of a perfectionist he is in that area. And it's kind of endearing in some ways, but
that's awesome.
Yeah.
For me, jeez, I want to say something good. I don't really have anything good to say, to be honest, right now. I think
Anaya story.
I'm not really rocking with her.
She loves you.
She loves me.
She's been saying Papa a lot.
She's been helping me pick
Hi,
out.
Papa.
She's been helping me pick out my clothes. That was the video this week on Stitch Fix. She's she's good people's, but she's definitely
He wants to kick her out of our room.
Yeah,
I do too.
Okay,
though. I do too. I wasn't lying. I was going to say it.
Okay.
But you.
Yeah, I don't. So Uriah has been a rough case for me. Today was a rough day. So the other morning, Yvette woke up and was like, Saturday morning, she's up early. She's like, hey, it feels like a cleaning day today, huh? And I was like, well, that's not how I'm feeling at all, But I got a little bit of work done, and then I started helping her clean. It took me 2 hours to clean the upstairs bathroom because I was geeking off of a record I was listening to. And I cleaned the bathroom. I mopped the floor, hands and knees mop. You know what I mean? It was a big thing. This. And then all you hear, Raya comes out in the garage and goes, Dad, peed on the floor. I peed on the floor. And I was like, how did you pee on the floor? He just waits this is so normal. He just waits to the last minute and pees all over the floor that I just mopped. And the tile is kind of yellow. It's not tile, it's that vinyl.
It's vinyl, yeah.
And so it's kind of yellow. And so you can't really differentiate what's pee and what's the tile. So I'm having to I had to remop the whole floor. And then the other morning I woke up and I just was laying in the bed, and then Anaya's right next to my bed, my nightstand. I turn over and she's holding my glasses broken. They were so broken. They look like monocles. I was wearing them I look like Mr. Monopoly holding my glasses on. Yeah. And if you watch the Insta story, this happened. And it just was yo, can y'all just leave me alone? And I just know that, these are very small problems. Someone told me Small kids, small problems. Big kids, big problems. I'm like, what the heck? Why would you say that to me?
I
You
can
know what I'm
only
saying?
imagine.
I can't. Like, it's nothing worse than like wanting to see. Like, those are like the most new glasses I had.
Yeah.
These got are all scratched up, but I was like, man, like I really want to see really bad and I can't see anything. and I just, she's looking all cute. She just hands me my glasses back and I'm just like, man, whatever. So anyway, let's encourage ourselves and
Yes.
hop into some words of affirmation. Big shout out to our producer, Donald Gadsden, who produces the How Married Are You podcast. He's going to lead us into these words of affirmation.
What's going on, How Married Are You family? This is Donald Gaston Jr., producer of the How Married Are You podcast, and you're listening to Words of Affirmation.
What's going on, Beleaf? What's grooving? It's Chanel from all the way from Baltimore. Anywho, I just wanted to say that I love you all and the chocolate baby. So excited to see people of color talking about the love of God, talking about the love of parenthood, parenting, and pouring into this next generation, giving us cues on how to do it right, and also showing us when it's done wrong. We love you so much, and keep your network popping.
Thank you guys for listening to the words of affirmation this week. Always encouraging to know what you guys think of the podcast. And if you don't have anything specifically to say, you can just read your iTunes review, because I know you left a review, right? Like, I know you didn't just leave us hanging and not leave us a review and tell the world what you think of this podcast if you enjoy it. So if you want to do that, go ahead and log in on the Anchor app and leave us a voice memo. It's super easy. Go to How Married Are You, or it's Anchor. .fm/HMAY, and you can just leave us a voice memo and just let us know what you think. Somewhere quiet, would be great. That way we can put it inside of the podcast. Babe, you want to hop into this topic?
So a while back I had topic suggestions on Instagram, and this was one of them: protection and jealousy. If your spouse is approached inappropriately as a musician or in ministry or in any other kind of way. And then we also had a suggestion for, do you think there's only one person for you to marry? Like, one person out there for you?
Yeah.
There was a specific word that the person used. I don't have my phone to look at.
It was like soulmate or something like that.
It was a word.
Okay. I mean, soulmate is
That's
a compound word. I mean, don't act like you always getting your English right, because your English low-key trash. But your math is good.
Okay.
Yeah, so so the spouse is approached by another person. So a discussion I had this week, and it was an interesting discussion, was, what happens when you are out and a woman or a man approaches you and they are very, like, they're not hiding the fact that they are into you and they want to make, make an advance toward you. What do you do? How do you defer? Do you just say, hey, I'm married? Or, how do you kind of get out of it? Or do you just kind of laugh it off? But the real question is, do you tell your spouse it happened? And the debate, during the discussion I was having with some fellas was that, no, don't tell your wife, because, she would be mad anyway. You know what I mean? Like, you would get in trouble even if you didn't do anything. And I was like, well, why wouldn't I tell her? Like, it's not like I did anything wrong, and I don't really want any secrets. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think? Would you want me to tell you if a woman tried to, make a pass at me or something?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that it would matter. It would depend on who the woman was. If I knew the woman, for DAMN, sure.
But then you would be
better
mad
tell
at me.
I'd be mad at both of y'all. No, I don't think I would be mad at you, though. But I would be upset with the woman, especially if she knows who I am and that she, like, disrespected my marriage like that. Both show.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if it were a stranger, someone that you may never see again, someone that I didn't know, I don't know that I necessarily would need to know, as long as nothing happened. If she touched you inappropriately, if she, like, paid for your drink or paid for, I think I would want to know that.
Pay for your drink? Where am I? Where I'm getting my drinks paid
I
for?
don't know. You be traveling, fool. You know, like if she tried to get her way into your hotel room, yeah, that kind of stuff I need to know. Like, I want to know because I
Like,
don't
at
want
what
to
point
hear about it from her.
Do I call you like she's trying to get in, babe? Help, babe. Do you hear me?
FaceTime me.
FaceTime.
Just, I don't know. I don't think I need to know. Like, there have been times when I've been flirted with, but I didn't come home and tell you, hey, babe, this guy flirted with me today.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Should I have told you? Would you have liked to know?
I like to know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I'm just interested. Like, oh, wow, how did you deflect that? You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm saying I should tell you is because if someone makes a pass at me, I have to make a decision. And I have to, like, entertain or not entertain a thought. And I feel like that's important because, like, I think you should know, like, where I'm at. Like, hey, someone tried to make a pass at me today. You know what I'm saying? She was pretty. You know what I'm saying? I just want you to know. Like, I feel like I need that open line of discussion.
Why do I need to know she was pretty, though?
I don't know. I just want to tell you. No, I just want you to know.
You just want me to know.
Because I don't want to be like, dang, man, like, I saw this girl today and, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, dang, that's weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want you to know, like, everything I'm thinking. I want to be free to tell you.
So if you tell me that a girl made a pass at you and she was pretty, that's all you're telling me.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me, and I liked it. And I really appreciated the way that she complimented me.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I would like to go in that deep, but it doesn't seem like you would want to. My thing is...
How do you know it hasn't happened?
It hasn't.
Wait, what? Has it?
No, it hasn't.
I'm so confused. I'm feeling...
Could you even handle it is the question.
I don't know. I'm feeling some kind of way right now.
I don't want any secrets.
I'm talking about a hypothetical. Is this a hypothetical? Has this happened?
No, it
Have
hasn't.
you recently had a woman approach you?
See, you're not even giving me space to answer the question.
Okay, answer the question.
This is not being edited. This is how rapid she's asking me, guys. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah. No, it hasn't. You know, I have never been approached like, oh, like, and if I did, I was kind of like, man, like, because I'm the dude, I'm like, yo, I'd rather go to jail for assault than be caught like cheating or like assume that I was cheating. And then like I'm in jail and I'm like, babe, I punched her in the face. and you're like, what?
I'll bail you out, babe.
And I'll be like, babe,
you
she tried to come on to me and her eyes black. And that's all that happened. You know what I'm saying? And I would rather go to jail. Like, I don't want to hit nobody, of course. But I'm like, I know, like, what we're called to do. And I don't want to jeopardize anything. Like, I just want to be, like, okay with you. You know what I mean? Help. Somebody help.
Woosa.
So you wouldn't want to know, because that was the argument in the conversation I was having. It was like, yo, like,
there are levels to which there are degrees of approachedness that I would want to know. Like, I don't know. I don't know but okay.
what is that?
I don't know.
That was like 5 seconds of pausing.
I'm just thinking, there have been times when I have left the house feeling pretty and you didn't say something. Like, you didn't acknowledge my prettiness. And then I go out and a guy will say, hey, you look good. Like, you're cute. And not even necessarily like in a, hey, I want to get at you type of way. Just saying, like, you're cute. Like, you look good type situation. And so I can see if that happened on a regular basis, that would become something that was like, okay, now I need to tell Glenn. Like, I'm hearing this from other people, but you're not feeling my love tank in this way. And so that could become dangerous. But I wouldn't say anything like that. You know, I don't know.
Why wouldn't you say anything? You feel like you have to hide it, or you just like, oh, that was so
because
minuscule?
Listen, you know me. Oh, wait. So what I would think is minuscule. Did I say the word right? I would say someone complimenting, like, I tell people they're cute all the time. Hey, you look good. Or I don't know if I tell men that, though. Maybe some of our guy friends, I'd be like, hey, you look handsome, or you clean up well, or whatever. But I don't think I would tell a complete stranger, hey, you're looking really good. Or I actually might say, you look sharp.
Yeah.
Or something like that. But I don't know.
Yeah, and I think that's crazy because I haven't been like told that I'm like, hey, you're really handsome. You know what I'm saying? Or like,
By a stranger.
By a stranger.
Because I tell you that all the time.
You do. But during the time when I was like needing to be cheerleaded for, I got a lot of cheerleaders outside the house. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that was threatening.
And the sad thing about that is I saw that.
Like you noticed it from other people.
And I just didn't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very...
and so I don't know, like I don't want you to feel like, dang, you don't compliment me enough, Okay.
Why are you smiling? He's smiling.
Because I'm thinking about like, okay, when you get dressed to leave, I get offended.
This is a whole other podcast topic.
But can I tangent?
Yes, you can tangent.
Hold on, what are we supposed to be talking about? We're talking about being approached by other people. Okay, so I feel like this may be enough to get us through, and then we might change the other subject for the other one. You look very beautiful in that picture.
Thanks.
You do. I remember like you got your hair straightened. You like got it straightened, and I don't know what you did to it when you got home, but it was like rolled up. It was like in like rollers or something.
When I had my hair straightened? No, it wasn't in rollers.
It was in something. Like,
maybe
I saw
it.
you and I was like, oh, that looks really good. You wrapped it. And then I get on Instagram and then you took pictures of yourself. And I was like, I never saw you like this.
Well, let's get for the record.
Okay.
My hair looked good immediately coming from the hair salon. I had to document it with a picture. The environment, the humidity in the air, all that stuff jacked me up. My hair,
Yvette,
what are you talking about?
You took that picture in the house.
I know.
But where was I?
I don't know.
Yeah, I was like upstairs working, but like it took a picture and then it fell out. Like it fell because of the environment or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I never saw you like this. So I'm like, who were you getting all dolled up for then? You know what I'm saying?
No. Yeah. I know what you're saying, but yeah, no, that's
but
not.
No, I wasn't like, well, who was it for? But I was kind of like, well, it definitely wasn't for me. You know what I mean? Like, it's a good one. Both in our feelings, low key.
For real. But that is something that we should talk about. But wait, let's go, because I just got done reading the comments and someone said that sometimes we go on tangents. So I'm trying to bring us back to the original topic on hand.
Man.
But I do think we need to talk about...
Hold on real quick. If you're on Anchor, now, let us know if we go on too many tangents. Let me know if this is a tangent you want us to reel back from, because right now we're going back and I can't stop it. Thank you, commenter. Go ahead.
No, but we
Reel us back.
We really do need to write that down for a topic, because I'm curious, like, how other people see it. But anywho, what was the topic? Our original topic?
We're talking about what, like...
Oh, so when do you tell your spouse that someone else, like, how are you safeguarding your marriage, basically?
Mm-hmm.
Or protecting it? Yeah, so I think there are degrees to which you say something. For me, I don't necessarily need to know, hey, babe, I was standing in line at Starbucks today and someone said I had a nice butt. Like...
Man, you wouldn't tell me that? Did someone say that to you? That's crazy.
No, nobody said that. I'm just thinking about how good your butt is.
Stop. Stop.
No, nobody said that to me, babe. Would you want to know that? So you want to know everything. I
want to know everything.
Why?
I don't know. I think, for me, it's weird. It's very weird. It's kind of like, man, like, I don't know. I'm interested. Like, I'm interested. I don't have like an emotional, like, oh, well, so would he want to fight? Like, like, she good, bro. Like, I'm not like that. I'm just kind of like, oh, how did that make you feel? Because like, I'm curious on like how you're doing with that. Were you tempted in any way? Like, and I'm not going to be like, oh, well, I'm mad at you for being tempted. Like, I'm not going to do that.
Because it sets off alarms to you that you're not doing something right.
Yeah, like it's like a checkpoint for me, so I know where we're at. And
that's a good point.
I don't feel like that's a bad thing at all for you to tell me like, hey, this guy complimented me today, and it felt weird. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't like, you know what I'm saying? Like because I don't think it's okay for you to have those feelings and then being like, well, I'm not going to tell anybody, or, like keeping those like secrets to yourself. I just feel like that's space for the enemy to entertain certain things and kind of like,
Very true.
What if that guy lived in, or what if you know what I'm saying? Like you just never know, you know what I mean? And so for me, like, just like we go off in tangents, so does our brains, and our brains like to entertain thoughts that may not be healthy. And so I'm just really like, I just really want to know, because I'm concerned, because I feel like you struggle with things, but they're not very noticeable. So you get away with a lot of like, she's good. You know what I'm saying? But I know for like a series of your life, you weren't doing well for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And nobody was helping, and you don't have anybody to talk to as far as therapy is concerned. You know what I'm saying? Yet. And so until we get that, like, I don't necessarily, I don't think you're doing as good as you seem like you're doing.
And that just took another detour. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, like you, like on the surface, it doesn't seem like you have any issues. Are you talking about in our marriage or in general? I would say in our marriage, things are just good until I'm like, hey man. And you're like, what?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, it's fine. I don't want you to like make it seem like I'm crazy, because I feel like I'm on to something, but I care. Like I really care about your well-being, and that you are like feeling loved, and what makes you feel loved and makes me feel loved is different. Like I don't like it when you touch my butt like that. It makes me very uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? I don't like when you graze your nails across my butt crack. Like that makes
I do not do that.
You do. It tickles. And then I'm like, why am I ticklish on my butt? I don't
Babe,
want that.
You smell good. Babe, no. But what happened to that scripture that your body is my body and my body is your body?
But let's flip that back around.
Shut up.
Okay.
Wait, what?
You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
what are you saying?
So is your body my body?
Yeah.
So your body is my body, so I can touch you anywhere I want? No.
Where do you want to touch me that I don't like being touched?
I don't really think you want to go there right now, to be honest. Trust me.
Huh?
Oh, gosh. Are you really going to act like you're comfortable with me touching you anywhere? Or you've been comfortable this whole time? Are you about to cry?
Am I?
You look like your eyes are watering up.
I'm like so tired.
Okay.
No. Are you talking about with your hands?
Lord.
All right, let's be done. Are we
No,
done? Is
let's
this
not be
podcast
done.
over?
See, now you want to quit because you know what's up.
I don't. I'm so lost. I'm hot.
Why are you lost?
What are we talking about?
We're talking about what happens when someone approaches you, but then the internal aspects of it.
Okay, so yes, when you brought up those points just now, that is very valid. Because your mind can take a detour, and that you do need to protect your heart and your mind just as much as you need to protect, your physical self.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, that is very true.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say that I am somebody who needs words of affirmation.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, but at the same time, I know that a lot of times when I get ready to get out and go somewhere, that's when I get dressed. Because I feel like there's no point in getting dressed or doing anything if I'm just going to be around the house. But
I hear you.
I hear you.
But I'm also like ashy 24/7.
I know. So then it's kind of like,
but like on certain times,
where does this, is it just a requirement that the woman
no,
be
definitely
fine
not
and sexy all the time? Or is it like the requirement?
It's definitely not. But if
I
you're like,
like
babe,
you when you're ashy.
See? Well, then we ain't got, then it's different rules for sure. In our marriage.
But you got to be clean shaven.
Okay. I understand that.
I mean, lotion doesn't hurt. I take it back. I do like lotion. I'll lotion you up if you need me to.
See? Where did this go? We do be on tangents. Commenter, you are right. You are so right. So you don't want to know?
I do want to know. I want to know because you want me to know.
Yeah.
I want to know because you obviously know how it can affect your mind.
Mm-hmm.
And if I need to be aware of this, then I need to be aware of it.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to know what they said, how they said it,
How
and how it
made
made
me
you feel.
Yeah. And I would like to be able to tell you that without being in trouble.
Yeah. And I would like you to be able to do that as well.
Okay. I don't want you to feel like I'm going to be mad if you don't tell me something.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, I'm sure like something happens and you forget about it. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes it's just not like on the mind.
Yeah. I think more than someone saying like, oh, like trying to come on to me, I'll get used to being complimented in something that I'm passionate about.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like that, it was a season of just being like, and we were probably going through the same thing at the same time. Like I wasn't complimenting on you on how you looked, and you weren't complimenting me on like things that I was accomplishing.
Not even just how I looked though. Excuse me. I just want to say that.
What you mean? Like I didn't give you any compliments ever.
It wasn't ever, but
it just wasn't.
It wasn't as often as I would have liked, or when I thought I should have been receiving some kind of accolades.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm sure, yeah, like you said, it was the same for you.
Mm-hmm. Like we both were off. I was more off because I knew it. I don't think I can tell you why, like what was happening at the time. I just felt like I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about this. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't even like I was attracted to someone, but I was like, man, that is worth a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like, oh my gosh, like she's so pretty because she said that this and this and this. It was like, wow. But what's crazy is I don't really believe anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like someone could be like, oh my goodness, you're just so amazing, and da-da-da-da, and I'm just kind of like, yeah, who cares? It really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Like the main goal, the real trophy is, like being able to like be in front of God when I die, and Him, like accepting, me and being like proud of me. You know what I mean? And so it's really hard for me to care about much else beyond that now. Especially when for one point I lived off of what other people said. But I care a lot about you being proud of me, for sure. But how you show me you're proud of me also has a lot to do with like contentment, which, is its own thing. But when it's not there, then I feel like, oh, okay, I'll just keep working. You know what I'm saying? So, are you okay?
I'm fine. I think I'm fine.
Okay.
Do you feel like I'm lacking contentment right now?
I think you can answer that question for yourself. And if you feel like you are, then you are. If you don't, you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I have to be the judge in that place.
Well, obviously, my level of contentment affects you just said it, your productivity.
No, it just makes me feel like, oh, I describe, I feel like you're enough. You're enough for me. And whatever we accomplish or don't accomplish or whatever is like enough. I know that. You know what I'm saying? And if I want things to grow in you, then I have to invest those things. You know what I mean? It would help to know that you're good with me. Maybe not so much where we're at. You know what I mean? Like I have the same desires you have.
Mm-hmm. Well, my question is, if someone just looks at me away, does that have to be spoken?
Not if it doesn't make you feel anything.
Okay.
Have you been looked at?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I mean, because dudes are creeps. Like, dudes be like, it's a real good question. Do you feel like, as the significant other, you should have to disclose all of those times where someone tries to come on to you? Or do you think it's just like, dude, that's just way too much, or that's going to get us in an argument. I don't feel like I have time for that drama. Or are you more like, I'm really curious about where you're at? And I'll be honest, I think I'm a little bit on the weird side to say that I want to know everything. I think that's a little excessive. But also, like, I'm admitting that I'm super weird and very analytical about myself and my own like way that I like show love to Yvette and what I'm working on and what I'm accomplishing. And me knowing that 20 times a week dudes are making passes at her will trigger my psyche and be like, yo, I think I'm doing other things that I feel like is overcompensating in those ways, and they're not. Like, what I'm doing may not be working, and so I need to know that it's not working.
Do you think we need to do the love language test again?
I'm tired of taking that stupid test.
Why?
Because it's only 5.
No, but I do believe that every so often through different seasons of life, our love languages change. Like at one point, my love language was acts of service. At one point, my love language was words of affirmation. I don't know what my current love language is right now. I think it's words of affirmation.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's good to know. Like at one point, yours was gifts, but I don't know if yours is gifts anymore.
It's not.
See?
When you're broke, of course it's gifts. At one point, it was gifts
because now you just buy what you want.
I mean,
with
buy
reason.
what
With
we
reason.
need for what we got.
Babe, I
going
got it.
on.
Okay.
It's a
Keep
business
moving
expense.
on.
That's my new term. It's a business expense. Let me get shirts that
We're gonna
say
write this
it's
off.
a business expense.
We're gonna write this off.
Yeah, I don't want to do the love language test. I don't think that's a thing. You know, I like to be touched. I like to be physically touched in a certain way.
And that's the other. I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you like to be complimented in a certain way. I could say, hey, you know what? I really like your manicure or your pedicure. You know what I'm saying? Or if I said, your feet aren't swollen anymore. You know what I'm saying? Those are two different compliments. You like to be talked to a certain way. And if you tell me, babe, you haven't told me I did it, and then the next day I say,
I
babe,
don't
you
like
look good. No, you only said that because I said it need to be on a whim. And then it has to be believable.
Like when
Because sometimes my compliments
listen. When our boys, like, when they see me, I could be like not all the way ready to go somewhere or whatever. Or I could just walk downstairs and they'll be like, Mom, you're beautiful. And I know that I don't necessarily look that great or that I do look that great or whatever. But it's just so believable.
Come on, babe. It got real old real quick. At one point,
No.
You was coming downstairs, blue robe, scarf on. Mom, you're beautiful, Mom. And I'm looking at them like, come on, guys.
I believe it.
Come on, guys.
It is not old.
They don't.
I fully believe them.
You programmed them, babe.
I did not program them. How did I program them?
You told them. You know what you should say is, Mommy is beautiful. You did tell them that at one point.
I did?
Yes.
I didn't know I did that. Well, I did program them, and they're doing a really good job at making me believe.
I need to be so believable it's ridiculous. Like I need to be like, it needs to be. And honestly,
is
like,
there never a time I look good in my blue robe and my headscarf?
This is a trick question.
See, I need to know that I'm beautiful.
Babe, you always look good. Now, like you are beautiful. Like you have a natural beauty about you, for sure. 100%. Look at how she's rolling her eyes. For people, you hear that? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't get away. I don't know how to compliment you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, babe. I receive it.
No, you don't.
No. I receive it.
Okay, now look, you have a natural beauty, right?
Okay.
But you know, there was a season when you were working. Mm-hmm. Whew, you came home, slingshot the bra off, sweatpants on. It was just like that show we used to watch.
What was that show? That needs
forget.
to come back. That show was real.
Yeah. But it was like you just got comfy, and I was just like, well, this is what it's finna be. And it's been like that for a while, you know? And so you're like, babe, I need to go somewhere if you want me to da-da-da-da. And I'm kind of like, well, we ain't got no money to go nowhere. But we would get dressed up sometimes.
I just want to get wined and dined.
Yeah.
Or I just want to go out dancing.
Okay.
Go.
First of all.
Whatever. No, listen. When this episode comes out, I want you to go to Glen's Instagram account, go to his latest post, and tell him, take your wife dancing. Just tell him. Everybody. If we get 100 people to do that, he has to take me dancing. Will you
Babe.
take me dancing?
I'll take you to a dancing class.
No, fool.
And so
We're going to go to a club.
No, this is the problem with you and dancing,
No.
okay? You don't be dancing.
I do dance.
And when you dance, I'll be kind of embarrassed. Babe, you don't be trying.
Babe, I do.
You just out there free-spirited, and that's fine. But for me, you be wanting to look at me dance. That's the thing. This is like some type of like fetish for you. And I feel used. How about it? Me too. I feel used. Okay?
Fetish?
Yeah, like it's like you watch me and you're just kind of like, oh, like, and I don't feel like
I do like to watch you
I
dance.
don't feel like that. I don't feel like being watched. I want a partner that's going to dance with me. So you need to take some classes. Go on Yvette's latest post. All the fellas out there. Look, I need y'all to go on Yvette's latest post and say, learn how to dance one time for your man one time. You know what I'm saying?
No.
No, for real,
I don't
babe.
want
I'm
that.
so serious.
Please
I think we
don't
need
comment that.
I think we need to take. I'm down to take a class together. You and I, we do some salsa,
dance class?
a dance class. We learn how to do it together. We both
Salsa,
start from
though? I
scratch.
don't wanna do salsa.
Something. I don't care what it is.
Say it, don't spray it.
Do it. Don't move it. Do it. I need you. 2019. That's the goal.
New Year's resolution.
New Year's resolution. Somebody better be on beat around in these parts, man.
I do have beat rhythm.
You.
I just can't stay on it.
Yeah,
Come on
baby.
now. Give me
That
that.
rhythm is slippery. You know, you stay on melody.
What?
Listen, guys. How married are you, babe?
Babe, I'm so married that if you couldn't dance, I would still be on the dance floor rocking with you.
But that's not how married you are, because that's not a possibility.
That's how married I am.
Even if I was in a wheelchair, I'd be wheeling on.
Better than me.
I'd be wheeling. You know what I'm saying? Chair dancing.
So funny.
How married are you, babe?
Oh, that doesn't count for real?
Heck no. That's a hypothetical.
You know what's sad? I started writing stuff down on my phone, and my phone's downstairs.
Go get it.
On September 4th, 2018.
Receipts.
I wrote this. I'm so married that after I go potty, my husband has to smell my hands to make sure I washed them.
Yeah, that happened. Babe, you don't do this right.
How do I not do this right?
That's how married I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't trust you. Right? I don't know. Well,
Wait,
anyway.
did I do it wrong? Okay, so I'm supposed to be like, I'm so married. It
That
should
you
be
did something extreme. You know what I'm saying? For the livelihood of our marriage. You know? You're always trying to make yourself like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like this. Like, I'm so married.
Wait, babe, how married are you?
I'm so married that you and I and my friend went up, and his wife went up on a hike. And halfway through the hike, when it got hard, I carried our child in a diaper bag the rest of the way. That's how married I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm so married that...
I was only like a mile long, y'all.
But you gave me the
Sorry.
child in the... All right, so check it out. I'm so married that this morning we got a text from a friend of ours who was having a baby. I got up. I didn't even bother Yvette. I didn't bother Yvette. I went to the hospital. the wrong hospital at 5:30 in the morning. Somebody talk about it. And I went there and I'm knocking on the labor place, calling in, and they don't have the baby or the mom. So I go outside and I'm waiting in the parking lot.
Right.
No one's answering the phone. Okay, and I didn't even bother Yvette. I called her, ring, ring, ring. She ain't answer the phone. She called me back. What's going on? Where is the hospital at? It's in Encinitas. So I was supposed to drive down there. She was like, first you got to go over here and check this. But I didn't even bother her. I took it on my part to take care of it.
That was very sweet.
And then,
But I don't know if that was for me or if it was for them.
then I got home and took out the dishwasher, drained that bad boy out, because I don't do home improvement. That's not the type of man I am.
Okay.
But I'm becoming this type of man for the sake of our marriage. Okay?
Okay.
Now you want to spend money, and I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Now listen.
Okay.
This is how married I am.
Can we talk about this? Okay.
Nope.
Do we really
No,
want to go
we don't
there?
have time for that.
No.
We don't have time for that.
This
That's a
is
whole
not-
nother podcast. Type it out.
This is not fair.
Pull up the Excel spreadsheet and type it on there.
No. This is not fair. Because
And
how married am I?
that's just
No,
how married.
It's not.
And come on. Come on, put your shoulder
I'm
into
not
it.
ready.
And
I'm not ready. Please stop. Let me just say this. Because I need to set the record
That's
straight. I
just
said
how
that
married we are.
should hire someone to install the dishwasher. I was willing to pay that. He
Of
wasn't.
course you're willing to pay for it. You also said, babe, what else did you say? We need something else.
Car maintenance?
We need car maintenance. We need to get the kitchen finished.
And all of a sudden, our HOA decided that we have to pay our water bill.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot.
No, but this, yeah, whatever. I'm going to let that go. And that's just how married we are. I'm done.
No.
I'm so irritated.
What are you irritated for?
Because you just said in the same breath, I'm not the home improvement guy, but I accepted that. I have finally come to the point in our marriage where I have accepted that you are not the handy guy. Mm-hmm. Therefore, we need to hire someone to do stuff so we don't end up in situations like I was. I was standing in a puddle of water today because
I told you to be careful. I woke up this morning and I finished the thing and I said, I'm not done down there. Be careful. That's what I said.
Okay, that was this morning. This is like, what time of the day was that? 4:00 p.m.? I'm trying to get ready to make dinner, rinse some dishes off. That's all I wanted to do. And I couldn't because then I had to remove everything from under the sink because there was a puddle of water under there.
If you would have woke up earlier, you would have been able to see what the heck was going on.
I don't care what was going on. The point is nothing should have been going on because we should have hired someone to install the dishwasher. We're just that married.
No,
we're done.
no.
We are done.
Yvette.
I don't want to talk about it.
Just say that's how married we are.
And that's
just how married we are. We're going to finish this. We'll talk to y'all later.
No, wait. Let's do it more enthusiastically. And that's just how married we are.